what's going on, everybody? So today we're here with Chris Wisniewski with Select Us Credit Repair, and I'm going to ask him a couple questions as usual. He's going to give you guys a lot of great information, obviously, on credit repair and how he can help you. Chris, I appreciate you having us. So I'm going to have a few questions for you, obviously. So my first question is, how did you get into the credit repair business?
I actually fell into it.
Okay.
So I was looking for a job. I was about 16 years old, 1989, and there was a guy doing second mortgages, and he was actually repairing people's credit.
Okay.
So what he would do to get them a lower interest rate, because the rates were high, up the credit. So it turned into it turned into a part at that time where it was just a job.
Okay.
That was really, I didn't really think it was going to be a career.
Right. Now kind of find your calling from there.
34 years later, I'm still doing it. Exactly.
That's awesome. So obviously you just answered that question. Chris has been doing it for 34 years, which is very impressive. So with that being said, obviously he's got a tremendous track record on that. So my next question is, if they have bad credit, who should they see first? Should they see you, or should they contact a mortgage rep or lender to speak with them first?
Well, a lot of people, they'll look at it as saying, I have bad credit, and believe it or not, their credit score is enough to get them a home.
Sure.
Maybe the credit's not that bad. Then some people say they have great credit and they get denied. Exactly. So I always say to talk to a lender, because this way a lender could look at it. And then sometimes what a lender could do is say the credit is off a little bit. They could say, okay, we need to make this move or that move, and you'll be fine. You could be approved. Now, when a lender looks at it and there's nothing they could do, that's when they'll send it over to me. So always go to the lender first.
Sure. Get
a real credit report. And
maybe going back to your last point, maybe that there is a little bit of ding on there, but we up that score, maybe it's a little bit better of a rate on top of it.
Yeah, and a lot of times to get a mortgage too, you're looking at 620, maybe 640, which is not great credit.
Correct.
But sometimes I've seen it where, a client came to me, they have bad credit, and I'm like, you don't have bad credit, you can get approved. I'll send them to a lender, and maybe they come out with a 590 credit score.
Okay.
And that lender needs to have a 620, but they're maxed out on a $300 credit card.
Okay.
So instead of working on the credit, doing the whole credit repair, they could just pay, a couple $100, pay the card down, and they're good. They're pre-approved for a mortgage, and they go find a home.
Okay. Yeah. Next question. So a lot of times people hear credit repair companies, it doesn't work. What makes Select Us different?
Years of experience.
True.
I mean, most people, if you talk to people that went through credit repair, all they do is work on disputes.
Okay.
Quoting the laws, trying to dispute things. Credit's done to a formula. There's an algorithm to it.
Right.
So should I pay off a collection? Shouldn't I? Should I get a new credit card or shouldn't I?
What takes precedence on that report?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like DNA. Everybody has it, but it's different for everybody.
Makes sense.
Same thing with credit. You can't look at one person and say, okay, well, this worked for this person, it's going to work for that.
Okay.
So basically what we do is we break everything down. We work on disputes, we work on coaching. Like I said earlier, I have a mortgage background, so I do understand what the lender's looking for.
Work.
Exactly.
Cool.
Student loans, like somebody wouldn't think this, but if you're trying to get like an FHA or a VA loan and you have student loans that are in default, there's usually a CAVERS report.
Okay.
That means you can't get a federal loan.
Got it. Okay.
If that's in there. So how do you get it out of CAVERS?
Sure.
How do you work on? These are all things that we work on.
Very smart.
So we take it from A to Z.
Very cool. And the last thing, and we'll wrap this up for you. You told me you also do budgeting. How does that help with your clients as well?
Budget's important. A lot of people don't realize having credit issues, how much more money they're spending on interest rates and things like that. The other thing is if you're looking to buy a home, there's a lot of things that you have to look at on where your money is. Where's your down payment? Are you getting closing cost assistance or you're not? So basically what we do is when we bring in a client, we're setting them up from start to finish.
Okay.
So we're working on their credit. We're also getting them to build that nest egg so they have that down payment and they're ready to buy. So when you're done your program with us, we're sending them back to you. Yep. We're sending them back to the lender, and they're buying,
qualified, ready to go.
They're buying a home and living their dream.
Awesome. Chris, I appreciate the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.